Hello everybody. We are headed towards Sapsucker Woods. Still a sunny day. There are some clouds in the sky, but it's still, overall it's, from what I can tell, sunny everywhere. And 82 degrees apparently. Definitely need to put some insect repellent on before we take our walk. I would have been here sooner. I thought I had given myself, more than ample time. I did stop along the way just at one spot to hopefully see something, which took off before I could see it. But that only took a minute or two. What really slowed me down? Slow drivers. I see two mourning doves. And when I say slow drivers, I mean like 55 mile an hour zone driving in the low 40s. Just heard a red-winged blackbird. Just heard a yellow warbler. Another red-winged blackbird. A catbird. And I see a turtle trying to cross the road up ahead. Just started crossing. Now there's an oncoming car. I don't believe that's going to have to deal with the turtle. Just heard a song sparrow. Maybe another yellow warbler. Maybe. What I have not been hearing lately, anywhere, are many thrush calls. I haven't heard in my own area many wood thrushes, although last night I did hear a veery. And we've just driven through here, and where a couple, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and for a couple weeks in a row, we were hearing wood thrushes as we drove in. Not today. Just saw a starling. I may have just heard another starling. Another couple red-winged blackbirds, and up see another mourning dove and a couple more starlings. need time to prepare for the walk. You may ask, why aren't you already prepared for the walk? Good question. It's one I often ask myself, actually. And the reason why is because we may use some things before I park the car, so I don't want to deal with them right now. I'll deal with them after I park. I thought I saw a common grackle, but maybe not. I lost sight of it. Another song sparrow. Just heard a catbird and a mourning dove. A lot of cars here. Rumor around town is that there's an alumni event going on, so I may not be able to park where I usually do. In fact, I'd have to guess I won't be able to. Did I hear a cardinal? Yes. And I believe I'm hearing an American goldfinch. So like I said, I'll need some time to get set for our walk. But luckily, we could park pretty much where we normally park. Okay, give me a few minutes. I wouldn't mind, in a way, taking additional gear with me. Trying to think if I should. The problem always is carrying it. And it's a hassle to carry it. Well, maybe we'll give it a try. We'll need extra time because of it. So bear with me. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, that wasn't good. And who knows, you know, that's the other thing. Carrying extra equipment is fine, but there's always the question of, does it end up being a waste of time because we don't end up actually seeing anything worth looking at with it? You hate to carry a lot of extra gear and find that you don't end up using it. I don't have a cart with me or anything like that today. I thought about bringing it and decided against it. So I'm not taking the scope. I'm going to take a different setup with me. Won't be as good, but it shouldn't be too bad. And if we see something, we might get a decent look. Okay. However, I still need insect repellent. Still a gorgeous day here, really. As I explained to the people we encountered at Shockey Pool, and as I've explained to you many times, this kind of weather is in a way not to my liking, just because you know, it interferes with us seeing things well. However, it still makes for a pretty day. All right, hopefully that's enough bug spray. Never enough bug spray, always too much bug spray. You know? I'm getting there. I may regret all this. We'll see. These camera straps are going to be driving me to drink. Okay, and what else do I need? I needed something. I'm hearing American goldfinch without a doubt now. Ooh, hold on. That's not good. Sorry about the delay, everybody. That's a little better. Again, I may regret carrying this because it's clumsy and it's going to tie up a hand, but let's see how it works out. Okay. All right, I think we're ready to go. Welcome to Sapsucker Woods. See, carrying a tripod is always an inconvenient, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm carrying a tripod, not my heaviest, but like it or not, it requires a hand to carry it. I haven't yet found a good way to carry it otherwise. A way that satisfies me. I mean, there are ways that I've seen, but I just wouldn't be happy with them. So that's why I have to carry it by hand. Why don't you just get one of those backpacks that has Hello.
Hi. You're on time, I guess. What time does this thing start?
I don't know. I'm not. I wasn't invited, so.
Oh, too bad.
That's okay. What is this event?
Van Cleef dinner?
I
Yes.
see.
Yes.
I wasn't invited.
It's
That's okay.
for
Well, you got
returning.
enough equipment there to take care.
Yeah, I know. I just hope I see the birds to make it worthwhile. You know, there's a dinner here. They should clean up the goose droppings. I'm sorry, but they really should. Hate to be critical, but it's, you know, somebody should have done that. I say that for a number of reasons. Not only do you not want it tracked into the lab, but, you know, you want to put your best foot forward, so to speak. And droppings right there, when everyone knows that you know. Ooh, drop something. Hold on a second. Hold on, I dropped something. Hearing a mourning dove. Okay, hopefully I won't drop that again. So the sun is very bright, obviously. And it's not easy for me to see. And now I don't really have a hand free for binoculars. 1 second, I can lean the tripod against my leg. And just look around with binoculars a bit. Not much activity that I can see. More than anything, hearing frogs and maybe red-winged blackbirds. I think I hear a red-eyed vireo in the distance. I had what was in some ways one of the best looks I've ever had at a red-eyed vireo the other day. Unfortunately, it wasn't very long, and I was zoomed in, so in terms of getting detail, it was one of the best looks I've ever had. So I'm hearing starlings, but not, and red-winged blackbirds, but not. I'm not seeing much else. It's hard to see out there because of the glare. Let's, I think we'll hit the trails and see if hopefully we can see something of interest. Hearing them, well, 3 mourning doves in the air. By the way, no offense to anybody, but I know I wasn't invited to that dinner, but I'd rather be out here anyway. I just heard a crow. Yeah, I just can't see. I saw something moving over there. Oops. Thought it was in the water. Let's frog just crawled out of the water, climbed out, I should say. But again, I'm not seeing anything else out of the ordinary, so I think we'll hit the trails and hope for a little bit of luck. In the woods. Some of the noise I'm hearing is, is what I'm hearing. Just heard an American goldfinch and a crow. And an eastern wood pewee. Hold on, something's making noise. Well, I don't know if I can do anything about it. There's the pewee again. Pewee. Did I hear a robin? Yes, robin. Something's making noise that I'm carrying. And I don't know what. I pointed that out because you might hear that noise, and I definitely hear that noise, and it can, for me it's distracting. I'm trying to listen for anything, and if I'm making noise, some of my, whatever I'm carrying, it just makes it that much more difficult to hear the things I really want to hear. I just hope that I'll have good reason to use the other camera rather than just carry it for nothing. Did I hear a cedar waxwing? The high-pitched, I can't duplicate it. It's just a very higher pitch than that. The peewee again. Oh, someone, who's that? Flycatcher of some sort. Looks like, I'm guessing it's a Phoebe. Did I cut myself? How did I do that? Okay, let me just move aside here. I'm having a hard time showing you. Come on, wire. I've got wires getting caught on the tripod I'm carrying. I might have just heard... took off. I might have just heard a great crested flycatcher, I'm not sure. Oh, do I hear a veery? Okay, I'm pretty sure up ahead I do hear great crested flycatcher. Things are distant, so any road noise makes it so I can't hear. The frogs don't help. It's kind of a pretty sight, isn't it? In the shade, but with water, and the greenery isn't fully grown in. And it certainly still looks fresh. It doesn't look like it's overgrown and tired like it might in, in the late summer. Yeah, I hear a pileated woodpecker now. I'm not sure where it is. It wasn't very close by the sound of it. I think I just heard an oriole. Baltimore oriole. And I think I just heard a veery alert call. Yes. Up ahead. I think. Veer. But it's not very close. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's right nearby. If anything, it's red-bellied woodpecker. I'm hearing. Definitely hearing the great crested flycatcher. So we haven't seen much, but we've heard a lot. Not sure what I just heard. Is that wood duck? Looks Excuse me, was that a wood duck? I appreciate you're not talking with your mouth full. Hello. So we continue to hear the Veery alert call. And, you know, the rest of the vocalizations are frogs. Yeah, you can see, I mean, it's not early spring any longer, but I mean, things are continuing to fill out. I mean, the leaves have a little ways to go before they're fully grown in, but things are getting, you know, seriously, not overgrown, but grown in and more difficult to see things. As sunny as it is, here in the woods, when I was looking at the chipmunk, for instance, I was getting the indicator that, you know, we're under low light conditions. Thought I might have seen something, but maybe not. Frogs, quiet. Oh, I think I heard a wood thrush. Yes, wood thrush. And there's a Veery singing. Maybe two? Maybe? I don't know. No, probably one. But the Veery and the well, it's primarily the Veery that's singing. Oh, the wood thrush too. Sounds like it's in there a little ways. Maybe unlikely that we'll see it. It's really a remarkable song. I'm tempted to switch cameras, even though we're not seeing anything, but just to be ready in case we do. We were lucky weeks ago to see the wood thrushes in this area, as well as we were seeing them a couple weeks in a row. I think I hear a red-eyed vireo. Some kind of vireo. So the wood thrush sounds like it's a little bit farther away. Haven't heard an ovenbird yet today. Just heard a yellow-bellied sapsucker. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to that veery that's singing. Fair amount of water still on the ground here in the lower areas. Probably a prime mosquito breeding habitat, unfortunately. Not just for my sake, but I mean, mosquitoes will bother the animals, the other animals. So the chirping noise, if you're unfamiliar, the one that's closer, and it's since kind of stopped, that's a chipmunk. I encourage anyone who likes wood thrushes to see the videos that we posted from, a couple weeks ago and from the week before. It was nice that week to see the wood thrush actually singing. I hear something nearby. I don't know what it is. Maybe a squirrel or chipmunk. But a mosquito near my ear just told me to move along. I think I hear a veery calling an alert from up ahead. Could be wrong, of course, but I'm hearing a peewee again. I don't know if it would be the same one we heard earlier, but it's difficult to see anyone. Well, it's really difficult to see anything right now. You look up and the leaves are dense. You look at the ground, things are dark, and the species that you might see, as you know, blend in very well with the leaves. We were lucky weeks ago that the wood thrushes, for instance, were moving around and tossing the leaves to in their search for food, and we heard that. You know, if a wood thrush is, or a veery, or a hermit thrush, or a Swainson's thrush, any of the thrushes, if they're on the ground and they're not moving, there's a good chance I'm not going to see them. In fact, chances are I won't see them, really. I think I just heard a red-bellied woodpecker. Hello. You know, maybe we're not truly in summer yet, but and the woods are pretty, don't get me wrong, but in terms of seeing things here within the woods, you know, summer's really not the best. The spring is nice. You see the signs of growth, and you know, maybe you get a better look at some birds, hopefully, that have arrived. Obviously, if they haven't arrived, you can't see them, but then and in the fall, you know, things are different, of course. Birds have they have different goals on such days, the birds that remain, but eventually you get the beautiful colors here. All the leaves falling, and you know, if things are just right, they can be just spectacular. Hear the vireo, and you hear somebody pounding in the distance. But otherwise, it's fairly quiet here in the woods. Not hearing too many birds, species-wise. Red-bellied woodpecker again. I wonder if that's the one who's pounding. Well, so far, haven't needed the camera. So glad I brought it. Hear that vocalization? Those, it's their chipmunks, if you don't know. Just heard a veery singing again. yeah. Oh. Looks like an... I really don't know what's going on there. Let me look with binoculars. If I don't know if I can. I might be too close. I guess it's an ant carrying a caterpillar or some kind of a... There's a mosquito about to ruin the party right now. Alright, we're gonna go. Mosquitoes are ruining the party. Ruin everything. Really, so far we haven't seen much here. We've heard some species. I think I just heard a blue jay. But, we haven't had any good looks at anything. Hold on, is there something here? Chickadee? No. Like a song sparrow, but I'm not sure. I think it was. I can see motion of the branches, but right now I can't see it. I believe that's what it was. Oh shoot, hold on. Wires are... An important wire just got disconnected. Hold on. There, that's better. Actually, maybe it was disconnected for a while. I don't know. I think I hear... Don't know what species, but I think I hear young in a nest somewhere. Maybe I heard somewhere. Okay, hold on. Let's get situated here. Oh, what do I see? Common grackle there. Okay, I'm not seeing anything with the naked eye. Let me look around a little bit with binoculars. I just heard an ovenbird, so that's good. But we're gonna move along because I'm not seeing that much here. I have to walk slowly. If I walk fast, the camera I'm carrying, the extra camera, makes a lot of noise. It's making noise as it is. Here's a northern cardinal. Frogs are making more noise than anything. Just heard a peewee. Hearing a blue jay. Even this vegetation here is starting to be a problem. You know, things that might be close, it will be in the way. So now looking around with binoculars a bit. Not seeing anything out of the ordinary. Purple heron, I think, in the air. Yes, indeed. I don't know if it was, I don't believe it was here. I think it's just flying over. Now, it may, you know, go to one of the secondary ponds, but I don't, doesn't look like it was here or is about to land here. And I think we're going to move along. Really not seeing anything here, so nothing out of the ordinary, as I said. It's a pretty scene, don't get me wrong. Let's keep going. One of the surest ways for me to see great things here is to bring along the camera. I'm sorry, one of the surest ways to not see good things is to bring along the camera to see good things. And the other way around, too. We've often seen great things here when I don't have the gear for it. Hold on, I gotta check something. I can't check it. Too much stuff in the way. What am I hearing? Is that another Veery call? It might be. Well, now it sounds like it's moving and getting farther away. Maybe not. Well, clearly not here at the edge of the pond, so I could see it. And I don't believe there's any trail that's going to allow us to see it, whatever it is. I think that may be a variation of a Veery call, but I could be wrong. Hold on, I'm gonna set you down because I gotta check on something on my phone. You mean check on the phone itself? Okay. I think I'm hearing a robin. In some ways, the woods are very peaceful. We have yet to see any Canada geese. And, you know, weeks ago they were making a lot of noise. We have seen and heard red-winged blackbirds, but they're not even as noisy as they might be in the earlier part of the spring. See a robin on the trails ahead of me. Don't want to bother it just yet. See a beaver out on the water. I can't really show it to you because I've got too many branches between us, but and what was that? What was that? Is that a robin? Or is that something else? Hold on, I can't see. Whatever it was. I don't see it. It took off from around here and flew across the water. But I don't see it now. It may have been a robin, I'm not sure, but that's my best guess, I guess. Kind of mixed up for last week. It would have been nice to have the other camera out, but that would have taken too much time to set up. There were 3 beavers right there, 2 and 1. At least that's what I saw. And now I see 2. One is over here. The other is here. Was here. and I don't see the third any longer, but I suspect it's over here. But again, I'm not sure. I wish I had continued on and seen them that closely sooner, but I was looking for that other curve or whatever it was. Let me look around a little bit with binoculars. I see a red-bellied woodpecker. I heard it too, but I don't know if you heard it. Probably not, given all the water noise, but I caught it. Heard it. I don't see it now. One of the beavers is right here. One had gone, I believe, through the cut there, though I'm not sure. And I don't know. Okay, let me continue to look. Snapping turtle. And I think we're going to move along. Oh, someone just flew in up here. Who's this? I can't see it, whoever it is. Oh, red-bellied woodpecker. Okay. We're going to keep moving. Maybe that same one I saw across the way. Probably is. I see a tree swallow or two. All right, let's keep going. Hearing a catbird. And also hearing a blue jay in the distance. I have yet to see one here today, but I've heard one, at least one. Look who's here, Canada geese. Hi, Canada geese. However, I'm now concerned about the the trail. as I said, I'm concerned about walking there now, but I'll just have to watch my step. And if you listen, you might hear the occasional vocalization of the goslings. Getting a little bit of color. Sometimes you just feel like you're a part of the woods, you know? Really? The adults are watchful. They're watching me. But, you know, I've yet to make any kind of a move that would be threatening in any way. But, you know, some of the adults feel, and you see this all the time, even with just adults. Usually some are watching while the others are grazing. There's a blue jay nearby. you can see on some of them, some of the feathers are coming in. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, none of that. So maybe this family is not the closest of friends with this family? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you get quite this view from the pond camp. Hey, 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 none of that. You know, things were all nice and quiet and peaceful, and then they do that. Still enjoying it. Still worried about being able to walk. In a way, I would like to be on the other camera, but this is in some ways very much better. It's easier to, to go from one goose to another. Wait, excuse me, where are you going? You can see all the goslings are, maturing at least somewhat. They're not, the youngest of goslings. But what's curious is that, like, for instance, this family here, they're just there. I don't know why they're, like, not coming over here or going into the water, the main pond. There is grazing there if they'd like. I don't know if it's as good as the grazing over here, but... And maybe they'd like to go to this water. I think, just from my own observations, it seems like if they don't have to climb down to various, bodies of water, they'll avoid it, and they'd rather have a puddle sometimes than climb down to something. We won't stay here much longer, but I've enjoyed this. I guess the other family has decided to go that way. Bye. We may see you. But this has been kind of special. I mean, I'm not going to say I've been accepted by the geese, but they haven't seemed to have deemed me a threat. Now, there's only one for these two adults here that's, more obviously theirs. I wonder if any of theirs are over here. And that may be. There are only this adult, this adult, this adult, this adult. And the other family is up ahead and clearly separated. And now this one may be coming back. So hey, you over. Oh, you, come on over. You. Well, anyway, a short while ago I said we hadn't seen any Canada geese here, but at least we have now. This has been kind of neat. We're going to continue on. The other family is still on the trail. Gotta love the geese. We're gonna go on. Thank you. Now, I have to concentrate, just in case, on the trail here. So far, it's not as bad as it might have been, but I'm not looking out on the water. I'm just trying to make it through. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. We've heard some nice things here today, but that was the best thing we've seen, I'd say. Certainly the most special. Most special or out of the ordinary. The trail's not as bad as I would have thought. However, now we have to keep this stretch really in mind for future weeks until things have, dissolved or whatever. Let me just take a quick look. I don't see. I think the geese are down there in the water. Are they? Yes, they're at the water's edge. I thought I heard some hissing from one of the geese, which is not unsurprising. But, I didn't hear a single hiss while I was there, surrounded by all those geese. And I wonder, you never know, maybe that family, which had been kind of at odds with that other, maybe they think I'm part of the bad guys, one of the bad guys. I don't know. I'm with one of those. I'm with the other goose family. Goose family. Okay. Still having to watch where I step. Things are getting a little. Well, I spoke too soon. I was going to say they're getting a little better. Not sure if I heard warbling vireo up ahead or not. You know, maybe I'm not going to say that was the most remarkable thing. I'm sure if you go to a park that has geese there all the time and quite a few people, the geese, they're more accustomed to seeing people, and they probably surround them fairly often. I've seen that sort of thing myself. But here at Sasssucker, I don't see it happening all that often. So I have to say, that's kind of nice. I hear a mourning dove singing, and I believe I heard that warbling vireo again. I'm not sure. And I'm hearing robins sing. It might not be a warbling vireo. Ferris Akel. Yes, oh, so glad I brought the extra camera and tripod to carry around, but could have been worse. Not seeing anything out of the ordinary, so let's keep moving, I guess. As I said before in prior weeks, you may have seen the goslings on the pond cam, but the angle's different and it's just a different look. But then when all of a sudden you're surrounded by them, it's kind of neat. And like I said, the adults were wary of me, but they. I think they were just, they were watchful, but they didn't, I didn't see them really react to me at all, otherwise. It seemed like they were, otherwise very comfortable with me right there. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe for me it's good, but hopefully for them it's not a bad thing. The walking is still in some places treacherous, so I'm just being very careful here. Have I heard a chickadee or two? I think I might have. Yes, chickadee. I see a robin on the bridge that we're about to cross. The chickadee vocalizations have me wondering. I hear a cardinal in the distance also. I have to wait for this robin, I'm sorry. See a mourning dove on the lines up there. So it sounds like there are at least 2 chickadees. This robin is still here. Maybe this robin doesn't realize that I'm waiting for it. Just took off. Now it's over here. I feel good about that, about it landing there, because it seems like it's not that afraid of me. It seems like I wanted to go there, and my few movements I just made didn't necessarily frighten it. My goal is always not to disturb the birds that we see. As much as possible. I don't want to, plow right through on a path and frighten off any birds, or I certainly don't call them out just because I want to see them. I don't do any of that. Is this by any chance yet another family of geese? Or the ones that we were... I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, if it's 2 and 2, I thought that other family that was hanging back on the trail, I thought had more than just 2. So maybe this is yet another family of Canada geese. Quite cool. Very nice. So, are there 4 families of Canada geese here? 4 with goslings? It's possible. I want to look this way. Again, we haven't needed the other camera that I decided to lug along. But you can't win them all. may go back to the water. I think I will. Just hoping to see maybe something interesting in here. I think I hear the chip note of a song. Overall, not, in terms of bird sightings, not the most productive walk we've ever had at Sapsucker, but overall I enjoyed it. Uh-oh, jeez. I just dropped my camera. And I can only hope I didn't cause a lot of damage. It's the camera we use everywhere. Alright, I need a minute, okay, everybody? Hold on a second. I just hope I didn't cause any damage. I'm going to set you down. Okay, it seems to be okay. Hold on, I've got to attend to something here. I think I'm okay. Time will tell. Time will tell if there's any damage to that camera. Just heard the lens that I had attached to it. I had it attached to my belt, and something gave way or became undone, and that's why the camera fell to the ground. Not a good thing. We're going to walk back to the water. We'll take a quick look, see if there's anything of interest. If I had to guess, there's nothing, but you never know. I have to imagine there's at least some cosmetic damage to the camera. Somebody's pounding in the distance. We did see one great blue heron as it was in flight, apparently over, over Sapsucker Woods and flying to who knows where. We didn't see any other herons, blue or green. Didn't see any birds of prey. The sun is still making things tough here. Before I go too much further, let me look with binoculars before the sun's really in my eyes. 1 second here. Just want to check a couple spots. Can't see. The sun is right in my eyes and blinding. Oh, jeez. The camera strap gets caught in so many things. Now that heavy pounding sounded like a pileated. I may be wrong, but that's what it sounded like to me. I'm not seeing anybody nearby here. Can't really look that way. I think we're going to head to the car very shortly. Really a very peaceful walk here. From here, I'll take another look or two in a couple spots, now that the sun's not blinding me. What did I just see? Someone in the air. May have been a green heron, I'm not sure. Just by the way it was flying, it might have been pileated. Again, by the way it was flying. Whatever it was is no longer in my view. And now that I think about it, I'm guessing it might have been a pileated rather than a green heron. Well, we're going to head to the car and hopefully have a little bit of luck on the campus. And hopefully, if we need the other camera, Hopefully it works and is in good order. Hate to have dropped it. We've seen a lot with that camera over the years. Something I just saw in the distant pond, the distant part of the pond, taking off from the, looked like it was taking off from the water, and it seemed like it may have been relatively large. I don't know what it was. Oh, we have a goose here. Haven't seen anyone else yet. Oh, yeah, there are more. I'm gonna let them go. They do seem to be wary of me and maybe worried, so we're gonna move along. We have places to go and people to see anyway. Hawks are people too. I'll need a few minutes. Just like it took a little bit longer to get set for the walk because of the extra camera, it's going to take a little bit longer to put everything back and then get underway. I think I hear a Phoebe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hear a Phoebe calling, singing. Maybe two? I think it's two. Yeah, pretty sure. I believe there are two, although I'm not positive. But just by the way the sounds are. Couple morning doves. Okay, let's see if we can get things back in the car and safe. Again, I need a few minutes. Getting there. I'm getting there. Thank you for your patience. I always appreciate your patience. I really do. I have to tell you, for me, these days, if I come here by myself, which I don't do often, it's a strange experience. Just because, you know, I always have you guys along. It really is different. Oops, forgot one thing. Last time I was here by myself was September, and the Heronites were here, and I came here on Friday, and you know, just walked around by myself. And although I did encounter some people truly actually on the trails, but you know, it's different when you start off and you're just walking around and you're not talking to anybody, you're not worried about connections being maintained and all that. The broadcast equipment, yeah, assuming they gather, maybe I'll come up also for, you know, an extra day. And the reason why I didn't broadcast this last year on that Friday is just because, not to exclude anybody, but I just don't believe that there'd be all that much interest on a Friday, you know, unscheduled and all that. So I didn't think it was worth it, and I thought, well, I'll just have a walk and see if I can see something, and if I happen to see anything of interest, I'll share it later. Almost ready to go. Actually, I think I am just about ready to go. Oh, one last thing I have to do. I did notice the battery was very low in the other camera. Surprised it was that low, but it was that low. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sapsucker. As always. Wonderful. It's very, very few times over the years that I've come here and walked around and left and said, boy, that was terrible. I have on occasion said, you know, I was terrible. I missed this, or I should have done that, or whatever, but it's rare that I've come here and haven't seen something. There have been a few times when maybe didn't see many birds, conditions were poor, or of course there have been times when we've been here quite late in the day and it's hard to see anything. But you might think, oh, he's just going there for the sake of going there. That's really not true. Even today, you know, sure, we didn't see a huge variety, and, you know, we didn't see any species that we haven't seen before. Nothing really out of the ordinary. However, I thought, you know, seeing those Canada geese in that way was kind of nice. especially, when you kind of, I'm not saying I know those Canada geese, but I kind of know of them. If you follow the pond cam, you've probably seen them. I don't know how often, but you probably have. And, you may wonder what's going on with them. And if you don't see them too often on the pond cam because they don't spend much time on the main pond, it's nice to get an update on how things are going. That sun is pretty bright. According to my thermometer, it's 73 degrees. It might be, I don't know. I believe it was reading 82 when we first arrived. I don't know if it could be believed in either case. Come on, light. I feel an obligation to say that, even if we've only been here 2 seconds. Compared to the way we started the day, there's quite a bit more cloud cover. I mean, it's still sunny, but there's a lot of cloud cover. And now, in a way, I don't want the clouds. Earlier, I would have accepted them just to help, keep things from being, having so much glare and other issues. But to be honest, I was hoping maybe we would look at Jupiter tonight. And now I don't know if that's going to be possible. We'll see. We have seen Jupiter before. I was thinking maybe we would try to see it and maybe use the try using the teleconverter for that much closer a look. But I don't know. problem with really zooming in is that with the Earth rotating, something like Saturn can be, from our point of view, constantly moving and difficult to keep within the frame. And that means I have to keep moving the camera, so there's shakiness and everything because we're really zoomed in. Didn't look both ways. Feels really nice. I can believe it is 73 degrees. It feels nice. And 10th reunions. There was a sign for them. I don't know if you saw the sign. And there's a tent in place, and they are using them. That's for sure. There are a lot of people under the tents. As I had mentioned, a couple weeks ago, they had graduations, or the graduation, and then they leave the tents up, I think, for these reunion events, rather than take them down and put them right back up again. lost the light because of you. Let's go. Boy. This, as we drive around and look around, the sun may give us a problem if it's shining directly into our eyes, but we'll see what happens. Come on, Pure Michigan, move it on, move along. I see somebody up on one of the lighting towers. Don't do this at home, kids. Okay, let's stop right here. First, I'll give you a quick look, everybody. And so the nest is right here. And we've got somebody up here. Don't know who. Maybe we'll find out. Not the easiest angle for me, but I think we can make it work. Actually, I probably could have stayed on the other side of the rope. Now that I think about it. Kind of looks like Big Red from here. Ready? So that does appear to be Big Red. Maybe I'll lighten it up just a little. I didn't even look at Bradfield to see if maybe anybody else is around. And we'll look up at the nest in a moment. Especially because she's facing away from us. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I've got to reconfigure here. 1 second. See if I can get things steady. It's a nice look. Hi, baby. From here, that may be the only one that's visible at all. Maybe, yeah, that's it. Huh? Hey. Big Red is still where she was and still facing away. And we're seeing 2 chicks. I haven't seen the 3rd yet. I haven't looked with binoculars yet either. Let me look now. That's all I can see. Maybe we'll try to go look for Arthur. See if we can find it. I haven't. I just arrived. Oh, there he is. I see him. Thank you. We'll take a look in a moment. And you see Big Red, of course.
He just came this way about 3 or 4 minutes ago, flew over the nest, flew over her right shoulder, and went over by Riley Rod.
Oh.
And now he's back.
Now I see him on that light pole. Let's see if I can get a look at him. Thank you. Light bulb, Ferris. Light bulb. There we go. Oops. Hold on. He's looking dapper as usual.
He doesn't have any prey?
No. Oh, he might be coming this way though. By the looks of him.
I was wondering if that's why he come off.
Well, he may have eaten already or something, but he doesn't seem to have anything. Oh, here he comes. Well, there he took off anyway.
Let's come over here to one of the other tracks. No? Yep.
We'll lose track of him. I'm gonna lose track of him. Okay, he's flying on, and it looks like oh, maybe he's gonna land on
Right along the building.
Weil Hall, and he's now where we cannot see him. Let's look back up at Big Red temporarily. I think he went over.
Did he go over?
I think he may be on the building, but not where you and I can see him. So she's there, nonplussed, and let's take a look back up at the nest, and then we're gonna see if we can go find Arthur again. Nesters. There we go. When I'm looking up at this angle, things are a little shaky. So we only have the one chicken in view. Everybody else is hunkered down. Lighting's not too bad. I mean, could be worse. Maybe. Yeah, while we're zoomed in on this one, I don't see anybody else with the naked eye, so nobody else is within view. Just heard a chipping sparrow. I'm going to lighten up a little bit more. Now, Arthur may have come around, as far as I know. I'm not looking in that direction, so it's possible he's come along without my noticing. Where are your siblings? well, we won't stay here forever. Now, Big Red, has she kind of changed position a little bit? Maybe a little, but still generally facing away. She's facing away, but you know what? We might get a look at her face. 1 second. Pretty bird. Trying to get things so I can let go. Things overall here on the campus are pretty quiet. Now, Big Red is where she is. I don't know where Arthur is exactly, but I don't believe I'm hearing a lot of Robin alert calls, for instance. Still kind of cloudy here, by the way, and so I don't know about seeing Jupiter tonight. Wouldn't mind. We'll see. I mean, it could be that we do get a look at it, but I mean, the clouds are not thick, but they're covering most of the sky. So I don't know if it's going to be possible. Okay, so she's just hanging out. Maybe we should go look for Arthur. See if we can find him. One more look at the nest, I think, and then we'll go and search. No. Can't say I really see anybody, so maybe. Okay, let's go look, see if we can find Arthur. Now remember, I do not condone bad driving. I just, just practice it. You know, I wonder, could he be on the phone by any chance? Actually, I saw him heading. Oh, I see him. I saw him. Shoot, I've got to turn around somewhere. He was on Weil Hall. Did he just take off? No, he's there. trying to see where I should. Oh, you know what? I think we'll turn around and we'll have to kind of look back at him just because of the angles. You know what? We can see him from here. It's not too bad. Hold on. He's looking nicely lit. The angle isn't perfect. The building is more in our way here, but this might give us a better view overall. All right, let's see if we can do. Hello, young man. Oops. I get the feeling he's not going to be there long. So we're looking at Arthur. He's on Weil Hall. Relative to the nest, he's on the far side of Weil Hall. It's hard for me to really see my screen and to focus. I don't know if I'm focused sharply on him or not. I'll lighten it a little bit. Believe it or not. Just for detail. He's a good boy. So again, if you're just tuning in, we're looking at Arthur. He's on Weil Hall, relative to the nest, the far side of Weil Hall, facing more towards Central Campus. And I have a feeling he's not going to be there very long. The robins have started vocalizing. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Okay, we're going to move along very shortly. Yeah, let's do that. All right, I'm going to switch cameras. Still a nice look at him up there, but we're going to turn around, maybe head towards the back towards the nest, but we'll turn around up here. Or you know what? We'll take a left right here. Traffic lights. I don't know how that's going to work out. It might work out well. It feels funny to go over, you know, in this direction here when we know where everybody is. You know, they're not over here. You know, when you think about it, so often we're looking for hawks as we drive around the campus, and, you know, could be this way or that way or whatever. And wow, Big Red and Arthur are obviously very mobile right now, still. Oh, they got rid of the that automatic barrier altogether. They got rid of it. Good. They weren't using it lately. But anyway, you know, and soon, hopefully everyone will fledge successfully. And but at first, you know, they're likely not going to be flying very far from the nest. This is different. Well, I should have shown you too late. Just what they've done with I don't know what you want to call it, the side area off the side of the room. Okay, where's Big Red? Is she no longer? I don't see her. I wonder if she went to the nest. She might have. Chickadees singing, one or two. Well, she's, I don't see her where she was, so. We'll go see if she's on the nest or somewhere thereabouts. I have to admit, I mean, it's nice to see them right off the bat like that without driving all around, but in a way it's nice to drive all around. You just get the feeling there was a challenge and you accomplished something. Don't want it too easy. Okay, we'll look up at the nest though. I think I see some activity. Street lights just came on, but it's, you know, not dark just yet, but it's kind of a nice picture. I don't know if she's going to take off or what her story is. Hello. In the tower on the right, there's a red-tailed hawk nest.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm looking at, well, I'm looking at the adult, which is on the far left of the ledge. And if you go in, let's say an inch and a half to your eye,
Yeah.
that's where the nest is, and there's one of the 3 chicks standing.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, and she just, the adult, I don't know where, she may have just taken off.
She flew off to the left.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. So I've lost sight of Big Red. I don't know where she went. Did she go to the adjacent tower? I don't believe so. No. I don't see her. So we only have 1 chick stirring. The others must be hunkered down. This one's just like, I'm cute, I'm cute. Look at how cute I am, I'm cute. And that's it. Oh, you know, do I see her on the tower? Yes, she's on the light tower. I see her just barely. I won't be able to get her from here because of the tree in the way. But she's facing away. This one's just getting us some nice exercise. By the looks of things. Uh-oh. No, I think it is hunkered down a little bit. Oh, do I see Arthur? I do. I don't know if I can... Well, I'm going to have to switch cameras. Oh, here, he just took off.